All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our session one of Ghoulie Girls, uh, Beyond the Veil at the Eleanor Ricketts Historic Estate and Gardens. This is a one shot featuring five all-stars of the server, folks that have uh, played many of your favorite characters on Fridays and on Thursdays and Tuesdays in D&D and 5e alike. And today we are following a group of five courageous um, and
Fabulous.
fabulous and skillful. And how else would you describe this group?
Low key neurotic.
Low-key neurotic,
A little chaotic.
a little chaotic,
The Addams Family.
Model, a lot chaotic.
A
a
lot.
model, a little gay as a treat
A
here and
lot of
there,
gay. A lot of
As a
gay.
treat,
Little
yeah.
murder as a treat too. Like,
a little murder as a treat
you know,
here and there.
here and there. It's totally fine.
Okay. So one of the
Nobody
things that
knows.
nobody knows
I know.
uh,
Oh my
uh,
god.
what's the meme? They're gonna know. They're not gonna know.
How would they know?
Oh, how would they know?
And I,
Uh,
my personal favorite, don't be suspicious. Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
No, be so, no. Yeah.
That's how
so
you sum up our group.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so one of the things that I neglected before we got started was assigning some attributes to um, our paranormal investigators. So let's go ahead and do that now. So if you have, you got Foundry open, go ahead and open your sheet. I think I assigned one somewhere, but I don't know who I assigned. Anyway, doesn't
Have a
matter.
random +2 in willpower.
Okay. So you were the one that I kind of started messing with, but I thought, might as well let y'all do it. So let's start with and I guess this will also serve as a reminder for some of us that haven't played Kult in a while or haven't messed with Foundry in a while, like what's what. So fortitude, willpower, and reflexes are your passive attributes. They're basically what I'll ask you to roll when I, as a GM, am making a move. So you get a 0, a 1, and a 2. So that's the three that form that kind of little top triangle. Go ahead and assign a 0, a 1, and a 2 to each of those. You can just click on the number and change it.
Hi,
And
sorry. Can you tell me
yeah,
what willpower is again? Because I was not listening to that part.
sure.
Sorry.
So willpower is what you use to keep it together.
Okay.
Whenever you are in jeopardy of succumbing to some supernatural influence or a moment of terror, um, willpower is what kind of buffers you from giving in. Reflexes are what you use when you're trying to kind of avoid some kind of injury, and fortitude will allow you to endure an injury in the case that you know, get hit by something. But in an empty house, I don't think that is likely, right? I
That's
mean,
not
what could happen?
suspicious at all.
Define empty.
There's a lot of, antique furniture
I still
and
think that should have
Terrifying.
been the
I was about to say
podium.
which Elizabeth character does not like at all.
No, that was a joke. It was spiders.
oh, spiders, right. Okay, so
I
now
still
this is
think
the
it should
hard
have been
part,
real.
is the rest of the attributes, and there's a bunch. So you should assign a 3, a 2, a 1, and a 1, a 0, a -1, and a -2. So I'm gonna copy and paste these.
Okay.
I'll
That's
put it in
say,
the
please
chat
write that down somewhere.
because so that you can kind of look at it. I'll just put it here in our chat, in the game.
Oh, oh.
And so, a 3 goes to whatever is the most, what your character is kind of like the strongest at. The -2 goes to wherever you're weakest. Um, there's 3 kind of like mental ones, like reason, perception, and intuition. Reason has to do with investigation, perception has to do with observation, and intuition allows you to read other people. Uh, whereas violence and coolness kind of allow you to act in the heat of the moment. Charisma is your ability to kind of influence others. Excuse me. And soul has to do with your ability to kind of interface with the veil, with the illusion. Um, the associated move is see through the illusion. So whenever you're trying to kind of pierce through that veil and see the truth, then that's what soul is all about. So, as you all are kind of assigning your stats, we can kind of start talking about tonight. Um, you all have managed to book 3 nights at a very famous Texas landmark. Um, this a historic mansion was once owned by Eleanor Ricketts, a famous um, uh, sort of oh my gosh, what's the word for people who give to charity?
Philanthropist.
Thank you. A famous philanthropist from the late 1800s. Um, she was an inheritor of a great fortune, and she funded a great deal of um, projects for human development in in the greater Houston area. Uh, so this is a famous place associated with like this sort of beloved and also tragic historical figure. Um, so there are rumors that this place has been haunted. Uh, there's been, of course, sightings um, of apparitions. There have been reports of um, like poltergeist activity with things sort of like flying off the walls or crashing in the middle of the night. Um, people report, staff have reported all kinds of interesting phenomenon in this space. Um, and it's been hard to really pinpoint their their source historically, and because other than these hauntings, the life of Eleanor Ricketts seems to have been a fairly uh, wealthy and privileged one, and she kind of left this impressive and benevolent impact on the world around her. All right. Has everyone assigned stats? Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you
Yes.
for doing that. Now, what kind of vehicle are y'all traveling in? Or vehicles?
The mystery machine. Sorry.
I love van. Van, you need a place to put all of your equipment.
All of this, us, like this, all of us could fit in it.
All these ghoulies need a place. Oh, well, I mean, also it could be an
A Jeep.
RV. A Jeep? A Jeep with an RV.
Like a Jeep
Oh,
pulling like the
Yeah.
trailer.
yeah.
Um,
But it's like a pink Jeep or some shit.
oh,
With our
she's
skull
pink
on the side of it, like our little symbol
with
on
the
the side.
logo. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I hate pink, but I'm here for the logo part. That's great.
Well, sometimes whenever like there's conversations about branding,
Because I feel like it's like a Ghoulie Pop thing where it's like
Ghoulie
a
Pop.
signature color with like our logo on the side, and then there's also like brand logos everywhere.
Yeah, so individually, maybe you're like, okay, pink is kind of but the your influencer has kind
It's
of
free.
convinced you that it's worth it because it's going to leave an impression and people are going to remember the brand, which is, really important when we're trying to collect funds to be able to do this passion project.
Right.
All right. So you pull up Jeep pulling the RV. Who's in the Jeep? Who's in the RV?
I think we're all in the Jeep. You don't ride in pull along trailers.
Oh, you can though.
I
You
mean, you
can.
can.
You
Can.
can.
It's generally frowned upon by the law, but you
Um,
can.
Okay.
Look,
I mean, I'm probably driving.
Yeah, because
Okay.
when you go on enough road trips,
So I've
sometimes you
got
gotta nap in the pull along.
that
Yeah,
is fair. That is fair. So
honestly,
we've
yeah.
got Miss Opal Faye driving. Can you describe yourself, Opal Faye?
Um, so picture slightly misleading. She is more curvy, like on the plus side,
Okay.
but dark hair has streaks that will typically change color. I don't know if they're clip in or dyed, but like reds, greens, pinks, whatever. Um, looks a little more kind of like goth glam type stuff. Um, definitely dresses like thematically for any mission that they go on. So like
Okay.
she'll have like a lot of corset tops and stuff for this adventure. Um, she is a social media influencer and does have a few brands that she works for. One of them being Ghoulie Pop, which is like a more like punk goth type makeup brand. Um, so she'll often wear those products and kind of name drop them in her little social media uploads and stuff. Um, but
Sure. So
yeah,
you've got like this like slate gray, um, like dark slate gray nail polish and
yeah,
matte that's branded as Grim Reaper. And so
yep.
that's like your item for the night for the live is to sell the Grim Reaper polish. Okay. And you're driving um what kind of phone do you have?
Um, definitely like iPhone 27 or whatever the fuck
Got it. So
with
like
like
The
a
latest
sparkly
model.
case. It's like kind of like black rhinestones.
I
okay,
was gonna say
Rhinestone
just
iPhone.
like
Yeah,
Oh,
like a sparkly
yeah, yeah,
like Liz's phone.
like Liz's
yeah.
phone.
So Liz is
And
basically
it definitely
Hey.
has like a ring light attachment to
Yeah.
it.
oh, cool.
for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
All
Put
right,
my pop
perfect.
socket back on. I have a skull one.
I do too, and that's what mine is.
Yeah, I saw that and I
Hers
was
is
Oh
like,
like
my
where's my
God.
pop socket?
she has one of those ones that's like the brass knuckle
Oh
type
my
thing,
gosh, yeah.
like the
Ooh, okay,
silver one.
cool.
That's what's up.
That's girly pop.
Yeah.
All right. So you are the driver for the night.
Shotgun.
It's It's late evening and it's warm, but not oppressively hot. Um, let's say we've kind of left the hottest of the summer behind and things are starting to cool off. The trees are kind of done expelling their pollen for the year, so it's not even that allergenic out. Do y'all have the windows down, or do you need to be perfectly preserved in AC?
Oh no, that would mess up my hair.
Windows up. All right. Shotgun. Tell us about Melly.
Um, so, Melly looks pretty much like her picture. She's got
Okay.
half white, half black hair. It's kind of shoulder length. Um, Definitely rocking the girly pop makeup with the super dark smoky eye. Got a little cat um liner going on, black lipstick. Um, Wearing that nail polish that Opal Face trying to sell because I mean got the
Yes.
got the black nails or the slate dark nails going on, so I'm wearing that too because it definitely goes with my vibe. Um, and I probably am just chilling. I'm the one controlling the radio, scrolling on my phone kind of thing. Just vibing.
Okay, cool. Any particular song that comes to mind?
I don't know, whatever we think. Yeah, like I'm sure we have like because we have an influencer, so I'm sure we have like a themed Spotify playlist or something
Oh,
for each of our
absolutely.
for each of our investigations. So I'm sure we all like collab and like get a Spotify playlist going for whatever adventure. So we got our spooky vibes and stuff like that going,
Cool.
ready to pregame.
Pops of instrumental, like
Uh-huh.
gotta have the right vibe.
Witch
Gotta have
Trap.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
Okay.
exactly.
absolutely. And I too have an iPhone because I'm just an iPhone brat. So with
Sounds good.
with like I said, my skull pop socket. Probably have like a black shirt that's got like our girly pop skull on it. Like again, not a fan of the pink, but I'm a rock that skull because I love skulls.
Yeah, I mean, you can have, you don't have to pinkify it
Yep.
for sure. All
So
right, cool. And who is hanging in the back seat? Okay. Tell us about
May.
I never got a name for you.
May.
May, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just May.
Stay in May.
May and May. Um, May is a the least girly of the group. Like definitely like the standout like tomboyish character of the group. I mean you gotta have one.
Yeah.
But she is like very tomboyish in like the nerdy kind of way and short hair, just scruffy, looks like she doesn't like ever sleep and probably just survives solely off energy drinks and like bags of chips from the vending machine. Like
Okay.
scrawny and malnourished. I don't know. Doesn't pale, doesn't see the light of day ever, because she lives in the library or the research lab. Yep.
Yeah, she doesn't fuck around, with her research and uh her like her technological skills, right? She's
Yeah,
our techie.
yeah. Like whenever, like when she's not doing anything for like classwork, she's working on this project. Like when she's not like writing a paper or doing research
Mm,
for her classes, she's just like full in ghoulie,
gotcha.
ghoulie girls.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you in the middle or are you like on a window?
Probably a window.
Okay. Who's got the other window?
I feel like Vi would take it,
Okay.
just because she's a little claustrophobic. So, um, she's kind of just chilling. She is very much kind of standard goth type as far as black hoodie, black pants, not a lot of color in her ensemble except for her hair, which is purple and kind of shoulder length. Um, she is also on the taller side, so she's probably a bit taller than most of the girls. And she wears like those clunky combat boots that you have to wear, if you're a goth. Um,
Demonias.
yeah, so she's kind of got that look going on. She's kind of just quiet, playing on her outdated Android phone that she's probably had for far too many years. The screen's cracked, probably looks like it's seen better days.
Okay. Android crew. I like that. I
I'd
can
also be
relate.
on the Android crew.
Yeah, okay.
I personally
And
am on the Android crew, but
oh,
I'm not.
but
Opal
No.
Faye ain't.
Opal Faye would never.
Would
would
never.
never.
Katie would never.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Okay. So Vi is chilling. Vi vibing. Got it.
Mhm.
Um, what about the last member of the group? Kind of squeezed in between Vi and May.
What am I doing?
Yeah, tell us about Delia.
Delia probably looks the most normal, basic Texan person. Like,
Yeah.
she
I'm
has
offended.
Kendra Scott earrings and necklaces, and she just wears a t-shirt, but it would be the Ghoulie Pop t-shirt and jeans and some comfortable tennis shoes. The only thing, dark about her is her hair. Her hair is black, so she doesn't really vibe with how everyone else dresses.
Well, yeah, it sounds like Delia and May are sort of like the most kind of normie fashion
Yeah,
wise.
but May definitely looks like one of those like lesbians who looks and dresses like a teenage boy.
Okay, got
You
it.
know?
Yeah, it's kind of like incel core.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So then Delia, you stand out as being the most normie of the group. With kind of like your regular schmegular Texan Houstonian appearance. Um, okay. And what are you doing as you are kind of like squished between May and Vi?
If we're on our way to this house, I'm probably looking up
Mhm.
about Eleanor Ricketts.
Okay. Do you want to make a move to learn more?
Yes.
Okay. You can investigate.
Partial success.
Kimmy said, I don't fuck around in cult, bitch.
I
Okay.
got this. We gonna learn some shit before we show up.
You may ask a question, but remember, the information with a partial success comes at a cost.
Be
So
careful, you're already
for
cursed.
you,
I've already got 10 holds.
yeah.
Is there anything weird about what I'm investigating?
Okay, so the cost is going to be, I heard that cat.
Sorry, it's my cat.
We
Sounds like a
love,
very
we are
cute
pro
That
cat.
was
cat.
we are pro cat, but that was amazing timing also. Like
Yeah.
chef's
I
kiss.
love it.
Okay. So I think okay, I know what the cost will be. The cost will be that you will I'm not going to tell you exactly um what it is. Do you want the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the first time in your life, Delia, you feel a resonance. Something in you twists, like when you're a little kid and you are like feeling desperately anxious about something and you don't want to go to school, but you can't really name what, and it makes you want to like fake a tummy ache because it's almost like it's real. And as familiar as that feeling is, it is also profoundly alien. It's it's like something inside you awakened. And as you read um about Eleanor Ricketts, just from like the as you read just about the the stuff that's been provided to you by the Historical Association, it strikes you as deeply unlikely that someone this wealthy and this powerful could have been so clean and pure and good and benevolent, or something about her last days, her exit from this world, like it seems odd that she just kind of went peacefully surrounded, by by her servants or whatever. Um, one thing you note is that she didn't have kids. She didn't, her only legacy was her philanthropic projects and her house. How do you react to that?
I don't. I would just keep it to myself.
Screenshot.
Go ahead and roll to keep it together.
Okay.
Okay.
Success.
You do. Saved by the roll. Okay. So, as you're scrolling and reading, and, some folks are in the car kind of jamming or vibing or, um, neurotically checking um, equipment or whatever may be the case. You drive further out of the city in um, you know, the sky's darkening. The glow of the city kind of blots out any meaningful constellations, um, but it's not as glaring as you pull up to the estate. The estate looks kind of like what you see before you. It on the playmat. Um, it is considered. Sorry, gotta find my notes real quick. One moment. Okay, so you would know that from reading the brochures that this wicket, oh my God, this manor, excuse me, is is considered a neoclassical revival in the English Regency style. There's kind of like columns and balconies, tall windows, and there's a couple of lights inside the foyer um, as you approach.
Shisha, I don't see anything on my screen. It's completely full.
Yeah.
Oh, is that all of you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, isn't that
Sorry.
not good?
I see the word beyond the veil, and then
Mhm.
there's a little black box that's outlined with orange.
That's wild. Hold on.
I see the same as
Let me fix that for everybody.
Lovely.
Ooh.
I love it. That's what I want.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, everyone's staring into a black space like,
Oh, what's this little square?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That
Oh.
is me. You're right. Okay.
Why does this look like the murder house that's in Houston, the doctor or whatever it is?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't? Okay.
I
I mean, I
do. I
probably do,
do.
but I don't. You do?
I do. Look, we're just ghoulie
What?
girls in real life.
Yeah.
When's
Oh,
our
okay, I see what you're talking
when's
about.
our meetup? No,
Right.
I do know which mansion you're talking about though. I had a
The
friend.
Joan Robinson Hill and Dr. John Hill.
I
I
have
think that
to.
was it.
Oh,
That
maybe not.
sounds right.
I don't know.
Well, I'll be right back.
There's a lot of murder that happens in Houston.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We're a pretty murderous municipality.
I
Well,
mean, there's a
not
lot
the
of people.
worst.
Nope.
I think Detroit's still the worst,
Shreveport,
unfortunately.
Yeah. I
Detroit,
think
Chicago.
Chicago took over it.
Oh, it
Oh,
did.
okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
Shreveport is pretty high up there,
Baltimore.
believe it or not, per capita.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh man, I love Shreveport.
I'm
It's
only like 45 minutes away from Shreveport.
Oh.
okay. So, you all arrive. Trailer in tow.
God, we must look so out of
Hopping
place.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely look out of place.
Hopping out to
Did we pull up
start
in
gathering
front?
gear.
Like, did we pull up in front, or is there like a driveway to like
Kind
go
of like a
to the
circle or
side
something.
or something?
I'll say that right now you're pulling up to the front. You know that there's like this is sort of like a tourism site, so there is kind of like a parking lot kind of around the way. But it's the middle of the night. You can park wherever the heck you want.
Accurate. Speaking of which, what time is it?
Let's say it's 8 p.m.
Okay. Right. Well, yeah. Girl,
So I'll definitely hop out and start like a little video like, hey guys, we're here at the Eleanor Rickett Estate and Gardens, just getting our gear ready. Keep an eye out for live updates throughout our investigation. And should be like the little, and for anyone wondering, this is, what was it again? It was like Grim Reaper. And we all got our Grim Reaper on. And I will check in with you later. And then like do her little sign off thing, and then
Like
Name
I
drop the
see
girly pop,
the
and
yeah,
stuff.
the camera spins and
yeah.
it catches May and like you get caught in the lens. How does May react? Ducks.
She's just like shaking her head. She did not paint her nails.
Like you're literally like climbing out the back, and you're just like,
Yeah, exactly.
The little goblin we brought with us.
Okay, can we say this? Can we say this? That May has like a little bit of a gap tooth.
That would be
yeah.
cute.
I think that would be very cute. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be cute.
All right. So you've arrived. You're starting to unload. Um, you have with you a list of areas that are kind of hot spots for activities. Would you like that?
Yeah, please.
Okay, let me. Would you like this very important and useful thing? No.
I hate it.
All right. One, you've got the bridal suite, which will be on the second floor. You've got the ballroom, which is on the first floor.
With
It's not much of a
candlestick.
ballroom.
Sorry.
It's really more of a big hall. Ooh, you've got a nursery on the second floor.
Why is
For
there
the
a
baby she never had.
right? I'm just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
That's
sounds great.
sad.
You've got a music room on the second floor. You've got a separate building out back, the stables. And you've got the library.
Woohoo!
Well,
Is that
we
on the
all know
first
where May is
floor?
going.
The library's on the first floor.
Did you say the ballroom? I assume would be on the first floor.
Yeah.
Ballroom on the first floor.
Everything else besides the stables was upstairs.
Hmm.
I know that she didn't have children, but did we talk about if she had ever married? Because this is a bridal suite, and I don't
That's a great question.
remember.
Go ahead and give me an investigate.
Okay. Did it work?
Ooh, a failure. Um,
Figures.
you may pay a price for some information.
Mm, nope.
Okay.
Not the first roll. Uh,
Kind of look around for any like plaques or signs.
Sure.
Since this
Go
is a
ahead. You can
tourist
either
thing.
observe or investigate. Pick one.
We are going to observe.
Okay. So that's a failure. Um, I can give you information at a cost.
Um, what seems strange about this? Like, do I like just at a glance, what do I notice that is odd?
Okay.
I'll take the cost.
Where are you right now?
I would be kind of outside of the Jeep. Like kind of doing like a cursory glance at the outside of the
Okay.
property.
Kind of looking for like a plaque that might give you some
Like any
context
sort
or
of,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay.
Or like a
So,
good
like one of
shot or
those
something.
historical marker kind of things where they have
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
for those touristy spots.
Okay. So you do find a historical marker. Um, and it does one detail that she did marry. Although her one marriage, her one husband, died at an early age. And it confirms again that she never had children.
Okay.
And it's seems to sort of imply that her servants were like her family.
Oh,
Do you buy that?
do I buy it? Yeah.
I mean, if you do, you do. You know.
It's on an official historical plaque.
Okay. Yes, that's
Why
true.
wouldn't I?
History never lies.
Yeah.
So I would take a picture of it for like, media purposes and like post it with like the, sad face emojis and like tear.
Hmm. The like red circle with a slash through it emoji and then baby emoji.
Yeah. No babies. Oh, she's awful and I love it.
Oh.
I'm still just like unloading the pull along
May doing all the
and like
motherfucking work. All right.
and like inventorying. Like she had already double checked that like everything had brand new batteries before they left and like double checking again.
The pack in, pack out list.
Yeah.
I feel like I would help May with unloading and
That's very decent of you, Delia.
How kind.
So while it seems like Opal, Faye, and Melly are kind of like scoping things out, modeling the polish,
Yeah.
and then uh
yeah.
May and Delia are unloading. What about Vi?
I feel like Vi's going straight to the house. Like she's going straight to kind of see what
Okay.
vibe she's getting, kind of checking out, see if anyone's been here recently. Like she's ready to go. Like she doesn't really take a lot of time to worry about the prep stuff or the social media stuff. She just wants to get to the good part.
Got it. The meat. Okay. So you approach the house and remember that you actually have an advantage that will help you pick up on vibes, the enhanced awareness. Um, this is a fairly well, um, it's like a pretty popular tourist attraction. So, there's like scuff marks on the steps, and, it looks like people have been in and out. And as you approach the door, you can, kind of hear people, a couple of people talking on the other side of the door.
That's
She would
spooky.
kind of jog back over to the rest of the group and be like, double checking because I'm guessing this isn't the first time that people have been at the space. Um, she would just kind of alert everyone, like, hey, I think there's some, folks just milling around inside, just making sure, like, we scheduled for tonight, right? Like, they know it's supposed to be just us on set.
Who's the main contact?
It could be me. I don't
Okay.
know.
I feel
May
like
you,
would,
go ahead, Robin.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if the researcher would handle that or if, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably me. Or
Well,
you.
we can say that May and Opal have been in communication with the team at at the historical society, and so you both know that there's like a handoff,
I
like
feel like
keys and stuff.
Opal would be the one that like convinces them to let us do these things, and then uh May is the one that like handles all the logistics of like actually scheduling it and getting on the books and
Yeah.
things like that.
I
Yeah.
put
So
all my pluses in charisma.
okay. So so May, like you hear uh uh Vi say, "Oh, hey, there's people in there," and you recall that there's a handoff.
Oh, yeah. It's probably just whoever is handing us the key.
You want me to go get it?
If you want.
Guys, like, I can get it, like, just kind of awkwardly standing around, not too sure what to do now.
Vi was like, "Dead people, woo!" And then it was like, "Oh,
And she's like,
alive
oh,
people.
May's
Hold
like,
on."
living people.
just kidding, they're alive, and she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mm,
she did well with alive people.
Same.
honestly, girl, same.
Yeah, for real.
That's the fucking HR lady.
Girl, same. Me and her are on the same page. That's why we don't like people. I'm looking for the garden part of this historical estates and gardens because, as the witchy in me, I've probably got like my little journal of things I wanted to like look at and obviously ghosts, but still it's a garden, so I was kind of stoked about that.
Yeah, so you are not sure where the garden is.
Lame. Okay. So sad. I'm just kind of looking around like, because you said all that stuff was on the brochure, right? Like we had some sort of brochure that
Yeah, you
had
have
the list.
brochures. The
Okay.
brochure is not as doesn't have as detailed of a map as you would like.
Okay. That's that's what I'm looking at going, man.
May's gonna sigh and she'll just go towards the house to get the key, just so it's done and over with.
Okay. So the caretakers,
Oh, I thought
um,
Vi was doing it, or I would have gone and done it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's fine.
I wouldn't be sure. She would just like kind of follow along, kind of like a little lost puppy at the moment, because she just like lost her Bravo. Like, oh, there's living people here.
Yeah, I
well,
actually
yeah.
got distracted taking pictures of the house.
So it's kind of
Mhm.
like Vi is like heading toward the house. Oh shit, there's people here. May and Opal are like, oh shit, people. We have been talking to them. Let's. And so the three of you kind of like move towards the house. Um, and I imagine that, at least Opal is not like moving stealthily or anything. You're like talking or like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
absolutely not.
Right, right. So as you approach, the door swings open, the walkway fills with light, and there's a couple of very, very, very thin, fashionable, all in black, high turtleneck. They kind of look like they could be twins. You're not really sure if they're men or women. There's two of them. And they kind of in tandem greet the three of you.
Uh,
Ah, welcome.
hey, think we're supposed to be picking up keys?
Oh, well, you must be May and Opal. One of them
Hi.
says, "Hi. Well, it's a great pleasure to meet the two of you. We are um just here to hand you keys, this detailed map. If you have an emergency, there's a landline on the first floor right here, and they kind of show you that like the foyer kind of doubles as like a little registration area. There's like a phone and a
Mm.
guest book, and antique lighting and a bench with a cushion. Um, there really aren't a lot of special accommodations to be had here. We don't really typically have guests overnight. Um, the beds are not really right for sleeping in. They are delicate and old. You may have to find alternative sleeping arrangements. Um, I know that, you know, you all sometimes stay in the buildings overnight. Um, please don't sleep on the beds. They'll break.
Okay.
Great. Well, do you all have any questions?
Oh, there's a garden. Nellie was wondering where is that on the map?
Oh, yes, here you go. And they kind of unfurl some maps for you. If you look in your journals, there's a map button. I think I opened it for everybody.
Oh yeah. Hey, this is
The map
cool.
is not, I didn't put the gardens on here, but let's just say that they're north of the house. So to the, is that the entrance?
I think the
Man,
entrance
I
is
have
at the
no sense
bottom.
of, I have
No,
like no sense of,
the entrance is at the south
the
of the
entrance is
bottom
at the south.
picture,
Yeah.
Okay,
and then there's
perfect.
like the stairs that go up.
So then the exit will be there's like an exit to the north through the kitchens, and that's how you get to the gardens.
Hmm.
You can also go around. There's paved walkways that encircle the house, and you can get to the garden and the stables that way.
Thank you.
Out of character, I'm like looking at this map now. Don't take it too
So
literally.
yeah, that's a lot of room.
We'll
Yeah,
use
there's
it.
a lot.
Yeah, now that I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck am I? What's wrong with me? Okay. We'll just kind of use it as a vague reference. If we're okay with that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Um, all right. Well, we'll be back uh after 3 nights to pick up the keys. Remember that the furniture, the artifacts here are delicate and are priceless. So, um, we know that you've been in old places before and you've been very respectful of uh, of the places where you've done your investigations. So we really don't have any worries. Just, we have to say it.
Is
They
there
hold out the
anything?
keys.
Oh, thanks. And
Yep.
then Opal will take them and then just be like, "Are there any places in particular that you want us to look? We have a list of places that we want to look, but
The kind of taller, kind of like more darker skinned individual looks very like uncomfortable with that question and kind of makes their way out. The shorter, lighter one says, well, I really couldn't tell you that there's a place we'd like you to look, but you hear a lot of talk from people that have worked here over the years about stuff happening in the nursery, which is weird. We know Eleanor never really had kids. Um, it's believed that she built it for um, one of her servants' kids. So it's very strange. There's been sounds of children laughing, crying, weeping. I don't know. That's really all I can say. That's what we have noticed the most.
okay. Well, thank you so much. We'll take good care of the place.
All right. Well, I hope the five of you won't be too scared. See you soon. Bye. The two of them kind of walk around to their car in the parking lot and head out unless anybody stops them for more questions. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I feel like I have like a moral dislike of turtleneck
They're very
as a
controversial.
character. Yeah,
Oh, as a character, I see. Okay.
yeah,
Too bland.
yeah. And just like, why are you covering that much skin? Like, what are you hiding?
And isn't it summer? Like, I can barely wear a turtleneck when it
Like,
is cold
we're
outside.
just getting into like the end of summer right now. Why are you wearing a
Y'all
turtleneck?
know these skinny people be getting hot, be getting cold.
That's
Well, I don't,
true. That is true.
They ain't got no
still.
body warmth.
They get cold in the middle of summer, and I'm just like, what is your problem?
How does one
Eat a
survive
shake
this?
burger.
They gotta put on that turtleneck to stay warm. They're skinny. Okay.
Also, they
Not
just
well
gave
insulated.
Shining vibes, and I was just like,
All right. Now you have the house to yourselves. Melly, are
Well,
you going to the gardens alone?
um, probably not. I'll probably, now that I know where they are, like
Okay.
I'll just kind of stick a pin in it and that'll be something I want to check out. We're going to be here for, a few days, so
Okay.
I've got time. Um, I think that I'll well, do we have like a list of gear that we're like things we have? Like, are we talking like EMF readers and video cameras to try to look for stuff and record while we're not in an area, like straight up phasmophobia style? Like,
I'm okay with assuming that you have whatever you want to have, and we'll take notes so we can kind of track it. So I'm gonna put in the chat. Oh no, it looks too ugly in the chat. But in the it looked too ugly. So in our Google Doc, there's like at the bottom some investigatory techniques. So like the more like scientifically minded folks, or even if it's like a blend, but there's like the more sort of scientifics approaches with like the recorders, the EMFs, thermometers, motion detectors, infrared. You've got all of that.
perfect.
Um, those that are inclined to do a little bit more spiritual kind of stuff can have a stack of tarot cards, a bell and a candle, a spirit board, aka a Ouija board,
Yeah.
and a tools for automatic writing.
Not
If
the
folks
little
are not
like dowsing rods.
dowsing rod, you can have a dowsing rod.
Can I have some sage?
Burning sage in a highly flammable space full of antiques. I love it.
Whatever. Nay doesn't even like these antiques. It's fine.
Damn.
True.
All
it
right.
specifically asks us not to ruin them.
I would ruin them, and I wasn't catching the house on fire
This
yet.
is happening in character
Yes.
now.
Okay, but like,
But
you
I'm
might
not
not.
burning it now. I just want to have some like with me.
Yeah, yeah. But there's like a conversation occurring right now. Like, hey, it's
Oh,
sage, right? Yeah.
yeah. And they're like, really? I'm like, I'm a
Like,
witch.
I don't
What
know if
the
this
use
is
that?
a sage house, really.
I like to have it just in case.
Okay, but like, don't set it on fire. Maybe
We'll see.
I don't know what the curtain situation is like in there.
Oh, there's a lot of curtains.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
curtains. Yeah.
there's like a lot of windows. So like, I feel like, wow, I'm going full south.
I
Okay.
feel like
I feel like you know,
Wow.
good for you because I tried. I've been trying.
It
I
came
can't do it no
out.
more.
All right.
Just doing my normal talking.
Magpie. Are you secretly Southern? That was scary.
I love it.
I was born in Georgia.
Oh,
Like I
Georgie
would
Georgia's
coming
visit
out.
every
very
now
Shit.
and then,
southern.
and then anytime I would come home from visiting my grandparents,
It
like I would
stinks,
have
doesn't it?
it stinks.
That's what happens to me whenever I talk to my
And
sister.
it comes out anytime I talk to someone from the South, and like I got a new coworker from Alabama, so like it
Oh
just
no.
Oh,
comes out, and I'm like, I'm not making fun of you, I promise.
it used
That's
to happen to
beautiful.
me too when I would come home from college and like was trying to hide that accent that I got made fun of when I moved into the South. It was so bad that the Southern kids were like, "Wow, you have a bad accent." And I'm like,
Yeah, so I
"You
get my
do."
Minnesota accent that comes out all the time, and then occasionally the Southern one.
But now I would come home and everybody's like, "Are you talking like that?" And I'm like, "It'll go away. It'll go away.
Don't worry about
It'll
it.
go away eventually.
It'll go
Yeah,
away eventually."
Just ignore it.
yeah.
All right. So the three of you are in the foyer. You're kind of looking around, are, talking about, is it safe to sage? Is it not? Don't burn it down. And what are Vi um and Delia doing now?
Vi's wandering off to find the nursery. Again, she's just kind of
Okay.
like got her own little kind of goal list that she wants to complete. She tends to get lost in trying to find the ghost, trying to make connections, trying to see what's going on to the point where she doesn't really think that well.
Okay.
So she's just going lone wolf a little bit.
So the four of you kind of notice Vi just like sort of float, almost like an apparition herself, right? Like past all of you and up towards the second floor. You
Are the
easily
lights on? Sorry. I'm sorry.
there are lights on in the hallways.
Didn't know if we needed to like shine lights over there on
And
the
you very
stairwell.
easily discover like in the foyer there's like a switchboard.
Okay.
So, hall lights, nursery lights. Right now the nursery lights switch is off. But, Vi didn't tell you where she's going. So, Vi, you arrive at the doorway to the nursery and it's open. It's dark inside.
Hmm. Vi doesn't turn on the light right away. Can she use her like magical intuition to see if there's anything going on in here?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Partial success.
Choose up to two options. One may be saved until later.
Okay, so she'd want to learn, does the nursery have a magical nature?
Hmm.
Um, and then she'll save one for later.
Okay, choose now.
Okay. Learn about a creature's true nature. She'll save for
Okay,
later.
save it for later. What does it look and feel like when Vi kind of opens herself up to the like spiritual vibes of the place?
Her body really relaxes. She goes almost limp and she sits down because she's used to this kind of ending, and not having control over herself. But she
Mm-hmm.
sits down, she just kind of takes a meditative pose, goes very limp. Um, she just closes her eyes and is like trying to reach out to see if she can feel anything and kind of drown out her other senses in the meantime.
In your mind's eye, you see yourself um, stepping into the nursery. It's the middle of summer, and there's sunlight pouring in through the window. the nursery space is lit up, and there's two women in the space dressed historically, uh, kind of late 1800s, um, not in formal gowns, but in sort of day-to-day wear. One woman is a bit more corpulent, kind of with like a bigger, thicker body and piles of brown hair stacked on top of her head. Um, the other woman is slim and wearing kind of cheaper looking clothes. And the two of them are kind of holding each other's hands and looking at each other and crying.
Mm.
And even as you kind of witness this mirage, um, you see something enter the space. Something that seems at first like person shaped, like it could be a person or the shadow of a person, but it doesn't move quite like a person. It moves through the nursery, and it you see it shove one of the women aside, and she kind of lands on the thinner, kind of somewhat younger woman lands on the floor, and the other woman is looking around, shocked, and you see the creature kind of hurl itself, not the creature, but the figure hurl itself against the wall, and a kind of beautiful, uh, like a decorative object is knocked down and shatters. And as you hear the shattering, you are brought awake from your reverie, and you're sitting at the threshold into the nursery, and now that your eyes have accustomed themselves to the darkness within, you see there is a doll on the floor, a porcelain doll on the floor, shattered. The rest of you that are in the foyer hear a shattering come from the second floor.
I would probably shout up to Vi and ask, if she's okay, and ask her where she's at.
Guys, we're not supposed to break anything.
Okay, there's that. Clearly, I don't care about the state of this building with my saging and shit.
Guy calls back down really quickly. I'm in the nursery. We need to scope this place out. I think this might have some potential. And she's kind of like shaking a little bit as she says this, just a little unnerved. Like she's seen this a bunch of times, but it still gets her a little bit every time when she sees something new.
Mm.
So I'd probably
Okay,
say
so we'll
turn the
go up
lights on.
with our gear and stuff. Like I probably have like the voice recorder.
And maybe or somebody has a camera, because I'd like to
Yeah,
set up like a video camera to kind of just have a live feed
yeah,
going
like
in
a
the area.
tripod.
Like
Yeah.
an infrared
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we
camera.
haven't even set up our stationary cameras. What is happening?
I feel like this is not the first time that Baisha's like ran off and kind of wanted to do things on her own without realizing, like, oh yeah, there's a whole process to this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you found the ghost. Okay. Ghost room.
Right.
Time to bring in the gear.
So we have all our cases and stuff, and um, Opal will like quickly turn on the voice recorder just in case,
Mm,
and then I guess we head up there, start
yeah,
setting up.
Mail brings some of the camera equipment.
You're setting up and to sort of surveil the nursery.
Yeah,
Mm,
Okay.
because like I feel
So,
like we have like a lot of just like stationary cameras that we can like stick to the walls or like on top of dressers or something, and put in like areas that we want to keep an eye on
yeah.
Yeah. Almost like
in case
a
we're not in
GoPro.
that area.
in the um in the nursery, oh, does anyone switch? Well, I guess you probably don't need to. Well, let me think. To set up, do you need lights on?
I said I wanted to turn on the lights.
Turn the lights. Okay.
Yeah. That
Got
way
the
we
lights
can,
on in the
yeah,
nursery.
start
And
getting
we
everything set
probably
up.
already set up like a stationary camera in the reception area, like the
Okay.
foyer.
Camera and
Yeah.
reception.
Yep.
Um, the nursery, there's a crib, a rocking horse, a rocking chair, a wardrobe, and shelves with like antique toys and antique decor,
And then the shattered doll in the
and the
floor.
shadow doll in the kind of center of the space.
R.I.P.
Hmm.
What a queen.
So I would like to set the camera facing the shelves because that's presumably where
Where the
the
doll came from.
doll
Yeah.
came from.
Yeah. I like it.
You see,
Um,
there's like a little spot where there's like a teensy bit more dust than, I mean, less dust
Less
where the
dust.
Yeah,
doll was probably sitting.
like a little like
Hmm.
Impression.
view.
The little
Yeah.
booty.
The
Yeah.
booty.
Get that set up. And like leaving like turning it on and just kind of doing a baseline scope.
Okay.
I would also ask Vi for like kind of a rundown of what she saw and if she sensed anything like with the doll since we heard the doll, so you know, we assume it happened then, not that it was laying there already when she got in there, so I'll kind of ask her for a rundown.
I feel like she would share most of the information, but she might hesitate a little bit at the figure, not knowing what it was or not knowing how to explain it. So she tells everyone about the two girls, and she kind of fibs a little bit and says the girls knocked into the wall. Um, just because she's not sure how to, she's probably self-conscious that she couldn't figure out what the figure was.
Okay.
She's used to having more clarity in these things.
And to be uh and to be explicit, the two women were not quite girls. They were older than girls for sure. Um, Probably the older one was maybe, I guess back in the day, she appeared like early 40s today, and the
Okay.
other woman appeared like 30s today.
So like 30 and 20.
Probably
Yeah,
then,
she'd
yeah.
share that information.
Okay.
And that they were crying, right?
Yeah,
And
she would share that they were crying. It's just she would omit the black shape that kind of came in just for now. Like she would have full intentions to tell folks later, but
So
she just
like
wants to figure it
how
out
would she
first.
explain them knocking into the wall? Like they were
flu.
crying and then
Yeah.
they just fell over?
Um, Maybe she'll just tell the whole story. I'm still figuring out like how much she wants to share.
But I like this interaction though, because you see like we see Vi like give you this sort of like story that doesn't fully make sense, and then you've got Opal like, wait, what?
Like, did they trip on? Like, were they moving? Did they trip on something?
Was it the
So,
wind? Like, what happened? Yeah.
so Vi, you have the option to like dig a deeper lie or be more transparent.
I think she'd be more transparent because
Okay,
she wouldn't want to put their safety at risk, and
got it.
keeping this information may put their safety at risk. And she just admit, like, I didn't know what it was, so I wasn't sure if it was worth mentioning. Um, like, I guess it is, but she's kind of has this like imposter syndrome where she doesn't really believe in herself that much, so she's always second guessing how much to tell the girls.
Okay, so something spooky knocked him into the wall.
But you don't know what it
Yes.
was. Like, it was just some sort of entity.
Okay, well, I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
why we're
We
here,
can
right?
work with,
To
yep,
figure it
we
out.
we can work with that. Yeah, absolutely. I want to use the spirit board in this room.
Fucking Melly and Opal.
Um, yeah, and I have that dabbler in the occult
Yeah.
as one of my things, so I feel like that would be something you would call like a ritual
Uh,
where I could
Fuck
do
yeah.
I could do something like that. Yeah. So
Okay.
glad.
So we're
Okay, but
preparing this space. Go ahead.
you
Yeah,
better close the door when you're done.
I will. Um, yeah, I'll probably do it with the door closed anyway, because if I do summon
No,
something.
like the spirit door. The spirit
Oh,
door,
oh,
Melly.
oh, I guess. Okay.
Sign off correctly.
May was just standing there like, why does the closing the door matter? Go if they're ghosts, they can just walk through it.
I feel like they do this
Just
every
like,
single time.
Like this is a reoccurring theme with
door?
us, all three of us, where we're just like, because
Like
I was
there was
like, I mean, I'll do
probably
it with the door
one time that
closed. What are you
Opal
talking
thought
about?
something followed her home after a freaking like spirit board
Oh,
thing and was like
because she
did
couldn't
not
Oh.
let
remember
it
if she
go.
closed the door or not.
Oh, Opal has definitely been followed home.
Yeah, she got
Definitely been followed
stalker.
home, and then like everybody had to come over and help you like exorcise it.
Yep.
And then like right as the entity is being like shunted into the shadow realm, then like at that moment Delia arrives with like a couple of pizzas.
What a miss!
And like all of her furniture is just like everywhere and she's like, what the hell, guys? What did
Everyone's
you do?
drenched in sweat and like people are bruised. There's like everyone's hair's out of place. Delia's like, oh,
We
not
all just
again.
stare at her like,
I was gone for 20 minutes, guys. What the hell?
That exact gif.
yes,
Oh, yeah,
I don't,
exactly.
The
I don't
one with
even
the
know
guy
what I'm
walking
looking.
into
Yeah, I
the
was
room
about
up
to say,
there.
I can't quite see
Yes.
it, but I know what it is. That one, yes.
Oh my
The
god.
thing in community.
Like I wasn't even on that channel, but I knew what it was when you said that.
Yeah, I knew exactly what you meant when you said that gift.
Everyone knows that gif.
Yep.
Maybe I was like pulling it up from my subconscious.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
I love
curious.
it.
I do. Yeah.
Like, we're in this moment of like, I mean, Delia, you've got to find it a little bit convenient, right? That like we walk into this space and like not even 15 minutes have gone by, and Vi is already like experiencing supernatural shit. How does Delia respond?
Delia doesn't respond. I think she knows that her and Vi have the least uh kind of connection as friends, and so she doesn't want to cause waves. So she's thinking, yeah, sure you did.
Okay, but she doesn't buy it.
No, but she doesn't say it out loud. She
Okay,
keeps it to herself.
Just over in the corner, like,
right.
No, I don't think her face would be like that. She might not even come in the room. She'd be like,
Then what are you doing if not? being
Oh,
in the space.
don't we set up like a command center so like we
Okay,
can view
sure.
the
Yeah.
cameras and stuff?
So off to the side from I mean, you could use the foyer as a command center, but it's not that big. There's a bigger room to the side, which will be the dining room, where you can keep your command center. Will that work?
Yeah.
Is that also big enough for like um our like sleeping beds and stuff since we can't sleep on the beds? I assume we brought like like sleeping beds. Um and so is that room big enough for us to like, have our stuff around the table? That way we can kind of still lay down, but we can have like take shifts and whatnot so people can monitor the cameras that we have set up
Mm.
throughout the
Yeah.
night.
So let's say that you push the dining room table to like into a corner because you don't want to put all of your equipment on top and like tear it
Break it.
up, right? And then you can set your sleeping bags or cots.
Those are
Caught.
I was thinking sleeping bag.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, some of us aren't
Inflatable
that bougie.
mattress?
Inflatable mattress. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a mix
Like
of cots, sleeping bags, inflatable
Yeah.
like
Just
and
comes
mattresses.
by
sleep
and just
inflatable
tap.
mattress. Yeah.
I have so since we're in this space, I feel like I'm totally gonna insert this. I think not Mac Kimmy has heard this before, where like I definitely feel like I was visited by a spirit while sleeping on an inflatable mattress because I felt it sink.
Ooh,
And
I know that.
I was like,
Yep.
there's somebody sitting next to me. This is interesting.
Yeah.
And it was during an era where there were all kind of weird haunted things happening in my house where I grew up. Anyway, I don't know, Kimmy, did I ever tell you that one?
I think you did, but I don't
I think I
remember it
did.
being an inflatable mattress, but now I don't want one.
It's
God.
like forget the motherfucking Ouija board, man. The inflatable mattresses, that's
It'll
our
Do
get
it.
litmus
you.
for
Yeah.
hauntings. Okay. So you've got okay, now you don't want one in game? I thought you
No,
meant in real life.
possibly in real life, but not in the game either.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I'll take the mattress. You can take the cot,
All right.
okay.
but it's like a queen size inflatable mattress.
Ooh.
Okay,
Wow,
bougie.
bougie.
Yeah, and like she makes the bed, and it's got like a comforter and everything, and like she
Extra pillows.
listen.
Ghoulie Girl branded comforter.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
I guess I'll
So
take a cot too. Sorry, and I was just gonna throw that in there.
you'll
I think
take
I
a
want a
cot.
cot because I would probably like be able to like store my stuff underneath it.
Okay,
Like,
sure. What about Vi?
But I would just do a sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag? Okay.
She's just basic.
I
Really
I
same.
kind of assume that like Vi is like not even setting up her sleeping space, right? Like she is sort of laser focused on scoping out the nursery. And while others are sort of like moving in and out and like they're setting things up and then like setting up their sleeping space, Vi is sort of like very focused.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like she's kind of pulled to the space now, and it's
yeah.
just she's not going to be satisfied until she figures out what the hell she saw.
Okay.
Oh, so where are you setting up your sleeping bag? It's not in the nursery, is it?
Oh.
No, she might sleep in the nursery.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's
This
spooky.
girl has no sense.
Ugh.
Like,
I just gotta chill. Okay.
she may not like
So,
she's
the
just like,
nursery when I'm done with it, but uh,
okay. So here's the question. So we know that Melly wants to do a ritual. Do you want to do that tonight, or do you want to give a chance for the space to cook with um Vi spending the night in it?
I'd probably ask Vi,
Okay.
do you think that it would be beneficial to do this now with this fresh on your mind like it just happened when you just got in here, or do you want to stay in here and see if something else comes to you? Um, which one do you prefer?
She would definitely want to see if something else comes to her. So she would just really appreciate being asked. And, you know, if it's possible, I'd like to wait and see. Um, but yeah, first thing in the morning, we can totally do, or whenever you want to do it, like after tonight.
Okay.
Perfect. There.
I would also like to leave like the automatic writing stuff in there with her. Just kind of set that over there by that shelf that we have the camera more focused on anyway, since that's where the activity came from. I mean, that's something
Yeah,
that Vi could sleep in there with. It's not gonna. I don't think that's
Vi, has Vi ever engaged in automatic writing? I would assume yes, but
Vi may have, I'm blanking on what that is at the moment.
okay. Does anyone want to explain it? Or I can explain it.
So it's when you kind of open yourself up and you just have a pen and a paper and you just start writing whatever kind of
Oh
flows
yeah.
through you.
And so
Okay, yeah, she's
and in paranormal investigation, often that'll like it'll be like a spirit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah,
Katie.
sorry, you can tell who doesn't watch the Ghost Hunter shows.
It's okay. I
Yeah,
was
Have
more
you seen the
thinking.
new Haunted Mansion?
Oh, I haven't
probably
watched
not.
the new one.
No.
Okay.
I think
The
Katie's
medium does that in there too.
I think Katie's trying to play Phasmophobia and she's
Yep.
hoping the ghost will write in the
They'll
book.
just do it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I was just gonna leave that shit in there and make it write itself.
What? That's too automatic.
Also, I definitely signed in with the guest book, but like with my like Instagram handle.
Handle.
Oh
Hashtag.
my
And
gosh.
it's like
I'm saying that your
something
hashtag,
with
your
like hearts
handle.
and
Okay.
shit. Like
Hashtag Ghoulie
hashtag
Cool.
Ghoulie
girls.
girls.
Yes,
Well, yeah, well, it's like
that's
hashtag
it.
Ghoulie Girls, and then like do the little cloud like around it, and then
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
seal it with like a kiss, right? To leave your
Yeah.
little lipstick
I have to
stain
like
on it.
ask,
Yeah.
like, do you have a special pen you use for like this kind of stuff, or do you
Oh, it's
carry around like a
definitely
signature?
like the black and silver glitter pen.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
And she's
Luxurious.
wearing Bleeding Heart by Ghoulie Pop. Like so her lips are not black, they're red.
Oh, okay. The lip. Got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heart.
All
I
Perfect.
right.
love it. Love it so much.
So we are set up in the nursery. Um, you know, 8 p.m. turns into, 10:30, 10:45 quickly as everyone is hooking things in and setting up the tri-field EMF, thermometer, motion detector, infrared, and voice recorder in the nursery. We've got the automatic writing tools, so probably just like a pen and a notebook. Um, Sleeping bag for Vi. Anything else?
Did we set up video cameras to like watch over Vi as she slept?
Video cameras to surveil
Well, I
Vi.
think
Are you
we
trying to
already.
catch her faking?
No!
Oh my gosh. That's
Savage.
Well, I didn't think of it that way, but my first instinct is if anything happens to her while she's in the room.
Okay.
we'd be able to
So
see it.
so here's what I think. I think like on the surface, um, Delia's like, oh, we need to for safety, just put a camera on her. But right underneath the surface is like,
Ooh,
is
Coach
this
is full of
real
shit.
or is this fake? Okay, interesting, interesting.
savage.
All right. So everyone's kind of set to go. It's getting late. Opal, not Opal. Oh, Opal. go ahead and roll. We're gonna go ahead and roll some disadvantages. Oh, go ahead and roll your stalker disadvantage. Oh, partial success. Wait, did I do that?
What?
Did I do? No, I rolled it.
Oh, you rolled it. Okay, good. Because I'm like, was I clicking around and I fucked it up? Okay, no. So I'm gonna gain one hold.
Shit.
All right. Melly, roll
Drugs,
your
drugs.
drug addict disadvantage.
All right, tweaker. Let's go.
We're gonna take one hold.
Me?
Okay.
I don't have to put that anywhere, do I? You do that, right?
Yeah, I'll take
Okay.
whenever I take a hold, that means I'm gonna act against you in some way.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate, but okay.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh, and Vi, definitely roll involuntary medium.
Oh, yes, of course. Oof.
Failure, I will take three hold.
Oh shit.
Beautiful. And Delia, I'm not even gonna make you roll for um your disadvantage. You're just condemned. Sorry.
Sorry.
R.I.P.
May.
Phobia.
Um, let me see how phobia works.
There are spiders crawling around on you, and you sleeping on the floor.
You have not spotted a spider yet. You're safe. Okay.
Cracking open an energy drink or fucking
No!
powder, whatever. Nighttime.
Okay. Well, actually, that's interesting. So, like, everybody's like kind of hunkering down for the night, um, except for May, who's cracking open what kind of energy drink?
It's whatever's sponsoring us.
Ooh.
It's like one of those like I'm like
Oh,
gamer
right, right.
fuel sort of things,
Okay, okay.
like it's that sponsor that you can pretty much guarantee they're
Wait,
gonna
what was that
like take
that
you.
lesbian one?
Wait, there's a lesbian one?
Fuck yes. It was called something inappropriate.
That's fantastic. Can we call it that? Just literally
Something inappropriate?
yes, something inappropriate energy drinks.
Damn, they used to sell it at a local lesbian space here, and now I can't remember what it was.
Was it like what?
It might have been like pussy juice or something. I don't know. It was
Oh,
something
I
inappropriate.
mean,
Yes, we have to have.
sure, why not?
But it might have been local, or I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
I don't think I imagined it. I think it was real.
I don't think I imagined this.
And we were like, they had it like in a little cooler. Anyway,
I love it.
cute.
so what are we calling it? Something like something inappropriate?
Or are we calling it
No,
pussy
that's too
juice?
long. I think pussy juice is a little bit too explicit.
we can just call
Um,
it PJ for short.
we could call it pea juice.
Peach.
No. No.
Oh wait, that's worse. Oh my
No.
God. Okay. Uh,
Oh
we could
my
call it.
God. Um,
I don't have anything.
All I
It might
can
be
come up with
safer
is
if we don't.
motherboard.
No C word. Got it. Okay.
Too good.
No, I was just repeating what John was sending me in the chat. Okay.
No, I'm still
Juice, I'm so
Jeez, I'm so sorry.
oh my God.
Okay. So
it's just called jizz.
oh, okay.
God.
So May is
three
Yeah,
Z's.
tell us what May is drinking.
I don't even I can't I think at this point it is probably the most inappropriate thing we could imagine. It is
so
like if we had to if we were like on the show, whenever May like runs
We just
by
have to
with
blur
her
it
energy
out.
jets, it has to be blurred out because it is that explicit and
We
Yes.
won't
inappropriate,
get demonetized.
and we'll get demonetized. But
Oh,
everybody
Ex
knows, and
yeah.
everybody talks about it in the comments, and so
And we're actually sponsored by them,
and
but
yeah,
they're
we
there's
still
like an
can't.
there.
ad on our website that by the like this big old ad that
They're
pops
still
up.
sponsoring us,
Jizz juice.
so
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Just
Okay,
oh.
so May is burning the midnight oil,
She's
um,
she's watching the cameras for a bit.
Yeah, I
watching
was
the
about to say she's
cameras.
probably first shift.
Melly, you, um,
Do drugs?
yeah, I think you have. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that the excitement of the day, it's kind of kicked up that the dopamine in your system, and you're feeling good, and you're able to kind of get to bed. But you have that dark feeling that come morning. Okay, so as we all go to bed, um, let's go ahead and take a bio break. All
For some
right.
pea juice?
So we'll take five, and then we'll be back.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. We are now back. Um, all of our uh Ghoulie girls have now kind of taken their respective spots for the night. Um, Probably, I feel like the only ones that are having anywhere close to oh who's the dragatic belly? Okay. I feel like Delia and Opal Faye are kind of like the ones closest to having like a regular night and just being able to like lay down and start to drift. Is there any reason why that wouldn't be the case, you think?
Mm-mm.
No, but I definitely have an eye mask
Eye mask. Is
with
anybody
glasses on.
popping melatonin gummies, CBD gummies? Yeah.
Other
Okay.
things.
Melatonin's bad for you, for girls to take.
That is good information.
It causes
PSA.
heart disease. So
Jesus Christ. Okay.
increased risk of heart disease. Stop taking melatonin. Take
Well, fuck, God.
magnesium.
What?
Sorry.
Katie's like, oh shit,
For
I'll
real?
never
Can't do
sleep
anything,
again.
right?
Yeah,
No, right? I can't do anything.
magnesium.
Yeah, I've been told
Magnesium.
about the Lord and Savior magnesium, so I'll hit that up.
I
Would
highly
it be
recommend it.
safe to say we would do facials before bed because of Opal?
Yeah.
Like a straight up sleepover style, like we're waiting for
Hmm.
shit and like what else are we gonna do?
Okay, the
I love it.
idea of
But just the ones that you get in the packet, and it's like a face that you put on your face.
And
Yeah.
that you don't have to
okay,
wash off, that you just kind of like,
Yeah.
rub in after
okay.
you're done with it.
But the idea of Vi in her little sleeping bag on the floor of the nursery, kind of like looking into space with that paper facial over her face. Uh,
Cute.
Vi, are you okay with that?
Yeah, she'd do it for team's sake.
Okay,
I want the one that looks like Maleficent.
okay. Yours is themed.
I feel like Vi's used to it because she was Opal's roommate.
Mm.
Hmm.
Right.
She's just learned not to protest at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Opal,
hurt you.
shh,
It's good for you. It's
just let
fine.
it happen.
Just let it
Shh.
happen.
It's good for your
Okay,
pores. It'll be fine.
all right. Oh wait, I didn't remember what happened with the long-term. Okay, cool. So, time begins to tick, tick, tick. Um, those of you that drift away to sleep, drift away to sleep. I would say Melly, you're probably good to sleep. Your drug.
Drug induced sleep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's say you have enough drugs, enough Xannies or whatever it is you're popping these days. You're able to have enough to for good night's rest.
Drug addiction's also
And
bad for you.
you know what, Elizabeth?
She's just being the researcher, you know.
That is accurate. She is in this role. You're right,
May
Gibby.
is watching the camera and there's like a flicker of light. Definitely shouldn't be happening because there's the lights are off
Which room?
in the nursery. So you see it like a woo woo,
Mm.
Does May look more closely?
Into the camera, yeah.
Hmm. She sees
Like
in
full
the
screens it.
like night vision a very long-legged, thin, spiky, hairy, and large spider starting to make its way across the floorboards to um
Left.
Vi's head. Go ahead and roll for your phobia.
Phobia. Oh, wait, do I not know?
Or oh, I'm sorry.
Do I just
You roll to keep it together.
Oh, okay. Together.
All right.
Success.
You're able to grit your teeth and you don't suffer any, you know, psychological issues.
It's
What do
just
you
through the
do?
screen. It's just through the screen. Um, she'll stand up and grab her phone and call Vi to try and wake her up because she's not going up there.
By your phone goes beep 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 beep
I feel like
beep beep beep.
Vi is a very light sleeper. Like she picks up
Yeah.
first thing. Like, yeah, everything okay? What's going on?
There's a spider spy there's a spider uh crawling towards you. It, please tell me that's not real.
Vi would look around and try to find the spider in question.
It's
Does
very
she
dark,
like okay.
but
Um, she would use like her flashlight on her phone.
okay. It's very dark, but even in the darkness, you see like this moat, this space where the shadow or the darkness seems to give way to void, to a deeper, more vacant shade. And as you kind of like shine your light across it, um, you illuminate something that doesn't quite look like a spider. It's sort of crab-like, pale, and where typically there would be like a little spider face with, pincers and eight eyes. There's like a lidless human eye,
Ooh.
and
Rather it be a
it's
spider.
slowly crawling towards you.
Vi, she still probably has someone on the phone. She's just like, that is not a spider.
It's there with you. She'll like launch herself out of the seat and like hit whoever's closest to her. Just like
You smack the
patting them,
fuck out of, let's say you smack the
smacking
fuck
them
out of
awake.
Delia.
Just wake up violently. Ow!
There's some shit upstairs. We gotta go.
What? Just get up, put shoes on.
And then like she's still on the phone and like heading upstairs to see, I guess.
Vi, did you have the door open and closed?
It would be open in case she needed help.
Okay. So it's like not quite to you. I imagine you're kind of inching away from it, backing away from it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
As
definitely.
okay, so you're backing out into the hallway, and I'm sorry, and then May and Delia arrive, and I imagine you've got that flashlight trained right on the
Yeah,
motherfucking thing.
Hmm.
yeah, like the brightest S. We'll also bring the flashlight, like a real
Hmm.
flashlight.
Okay. The two of you very clearly see this spiky, spindly, pale, kind of leathery looking thing crawling. Everyone should roll to keep it together now. Again, even May.
Partial success.
Okay.
Oh,
Nope, failure.
Oh
May, go
shit.
ahead and take one stability loss.
This
Uh,
is my phobia.
I know that's what I was just thinking. Like she's the one scared of this, and she's the one that actually succeeded twice.
well, May, like, there is something to be said for this unmentionable energy drink. It is just, like giving you some kind of spiritual armor. Okay.
Hey, let's
Imaginable
go.
energy drink. I love
Just
it.
chugging it.
Delia, go ahead and
Never gonna
take
sleep.
2 stability loss. Vi, go ahead and take 2 stability loss.
Yep.
What do y'all do?
what's in the hallway?
Um, it's just a carpeted hallway. There's some doors leading out to some other bedrooms. The very end of the hallway, there's a window.
Is there anything that I could throw? Like any books, any You know what? I'm gonna
Any,
take off my shoes and I'm gonna throw it at the thing.
okay. Roll to engage in combat.
Okay.
Love it.
Failure.
Oh no.
Delia, you take off your shoe, which you had kind of like hastily slipped on, right? To run
Mhm.
up the stairs. You slip it off and you hurl it at the thing, and you miss entirely, and you knock another kind of priceless decorative item off of the off of a shelf and onto the floor, and it just shatters. Porcelain, broken porcelain just spreads over the floor, and the thing leaps at you. It spindly legs make contact and wrap themselves around your ankle, your bare ankle, and you feel this like chitinous, crab-like vice, like just squeezing around your ankle, but not squeezing so hard that it injures you. It's just attached.
I'm totally screaming like a little girl, like really loud and high pitched, and start kicking my leg. Get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off.
Uh, I I'll swing at it with the imagine it's like one of those like big old flashlights.
Okay.
A mag light.
So
A mag light, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Roll to engage in combat.
Let's go.
Hell yeah!
Success.
She is fucking these spiders up.
It's the energy drink.
You
Yes.
are you like are so fucking wired and so motivated by your disgust that you like fucking um you know beautiful gay paladin just bring your mag light down on the thing, and it like lets out like a gross little squeak. It ruptures, the like body of it ruptures,
Oh no.
and this sort of dark fluid begins to kind of flow out of it, and its legs go limp. Opal and Melly, the two of you are probably awake now from screaming.
Oh, I do have a question. Do I still take
Yeah,
the one stability damage for my partial success on the keep it together?
you should. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure because I missed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I probably jumped up and looked around, noticing that we were missing a couple people. And and then I'm guessing, Opal, did you wake up too from the screaming?
I suppose. Yeah, she would like wake up and kind of like scoot the little eye
Idling up.
cover up.
I
So
feel
like
like
now she
Opal's the
has like
slowest to wake up, right?
yeah, and now she's
She's
got like
sleeping
it's one of
fast.
those ones with like the
Oh
closed
yeah.
eyes with lashes. So like she's got two lashes on her fucking forehead right now. Yeah.
Cute.
I guess we would, I don't know, I would probably pick up a flashlight too, because I assume we have enough mag lights for everybody, because it would be dumb for us not to have enough
Yeah.
flashlights. So, grab a flashlight and take off running, towards the where we heard the scream. I don't even think I'm gonna put shoes on. I don't like shoes.
So y'all come
Too
upon
hippie.
Vi and Vi on the floor, probably Delia on the floor too. Uh May brandishing that fucking, and you see kind of in the middle of all the commotion, if you can kind of like crane your neck and like look around, um like your lights are kind of like there's no light trained on it, but as your lights kind of like move through the space, you see this like kind of weirdly mangled thing, kind of like the size of like a blue crab, but with very long legs and a very abnormal head that looks like a human eye.
Hi, what the fuck is that?
Not a spider.
Um, right?
Is everybody okay? Delia,
Uh,
are you okay?
Yeah. Thanks,
Hi.
May. Way to conquer your fear.
Vi,
I think
are
I
you
have a
okay
You
new
too?
do
one.
realize that's not like a spider, right?
Yeah, we gathered that from the
Yeah,
eyeball.
I have a new fear, I think.
It's
Vi's
nightmare
just like
fuel.
shaking a little bit. Vi's like, I've seen a lot of things that
But
I've not seen that fucking thing before.
Aha, Vi, you do
Oh,
still have um
Oh
a
yeah,
your magical intuition. Would you like to learn something about the creature's nature?
definitely.
Great. So you kind of like you look at it against, all sense, and it kind of like begins to, oh God, I don't know how to describe it in a way that doesn't have to do with psychedelics, but it kind of like looks wobbly and it kind of like begins to in your mind's eye, and you're able to discern that this is not happening like in real time. You know that this is like your intuitive power, like reconstructing it. It kind of like s- comes back together, repairs its rupture, becomes active again. And you see it like kind of like backwards walk away from Vi, the way that it had initially kind of come into focus in the camera, and then slip into like the shade of where the wall meets the hardwood floor. And you're able to follow it, and you see it descend down through the walls into the foundation of the house, into the earth, and then into this pit. And intuitively, the place where you follow it through that pit, you don't know how you know, but you are certain that this thing came from a place that isn't hell, but it's close.
Hell adjacent.
It's adjacent. The word purgatory comes to mind. And this is not you ponder by. This is not the purgatory of like literature or of any religion you've ever heard of. It's something else, something that isn't necessarily full of like the souls of people like that are going to be judged or something. It's full of other things, things like this. And
Yeah.
it only takes a moment for you to have that like vision kind of bubble up in you and then pop, and you're kind of back in the moment, in the present moment.
She would, I share that information with everyone else, like as best as I can. Like, no, this is gonna sound really weird, but I need you guys just to follow me for a second. And she talks about how she found the origins of where this thing came from. And she's kind of, clocking, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name. What's the skeptic's
Delia,
name?
Delia.
Delia. Yeah, she's kind of like watching her the entire time to see what her reaction is. Um, but yeah, she definitely shares this information and shares like she's not getting good vibes from this. Like this is some weird shit. Weirder than normal shit.
Neat. Well, wasn't expecting that. Is the blood stuff still on the ground?
That's a good question. You know how like not black, dry ice sublimates.
Yeah.
You see like the goo starting to sort of become vapor, and even the carapace too is sort of becoming vaporized. With every moment, its mass shrinks and is sort of like whisked into the air.
So there's nothing left of it after a bit, or does
Right.
it leave behind something like the eyeball?
Even
Sorry.
the eyeball. You know what? Fuck that. The eyeball stays.
No.
I want it.
Uh,
No.
That's
very
mine
important.
for
But
research
see,
purposes.
very
I'm
important
the
question. What
researcher.
color is the eyeball?
Like the iris?
Yeah, the iris. Have to
Did
have
it?
details.
Ooh,
Is it a human eyeball, you said?
it's a human
Yeah.
eyeball.
The lidless human eyeball.
And it is like the iris is like green, gray, hazel.
Well, as the resident witch, I always have jars and stuff with me because that's
As you
just
should.
yeah. So I say don't touch it, and I run back downstairs and get the jar, and they come back up and
Nobody touched my eyeball.
I
don't
don't
touch.
think anyone's gonna touch the eyeball. I think you're fine.
But anyway, I
It's all
scoop it back
yours.
into a jar, and now we have this eyeball.
Well, when dabbling, might come in
Well,
handy. Who knows?
exactly. Especially if we encounter anything else like this, or we, for some stupid reason, want to summon something like this,
Mm.
might need it for a ritual or something. And it's just cool to have an eyeball. And I also want to check and make sure that nobody's actually been hurt or harmed. That I might need to put a tincture on or something like that.
Yeah, do you want to inspect Delia? I mean, it wasn't fully clear when everyone kind of
Yeah, like I didn't
finally
see that.
gathered.
Yeah.
Do you let it be known that this thing got on you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Because it didn't bite me or anything. It just grabbed onto me, right?
It just gave you a little hug.
Yeah, no.
Delia, you're hearing Vi explain that this thing, which, you think might be an animal, a perhaps a sick animal or an animal that you haven't seen before or that's, suffered some kind of mutation. What are your thoughts when Vi is saying that this thing crawled up out of purgatory?
She wants to roll her eyes, but she knows the company she's in and that she can't do anything like that.
Okay. I want to know if you can fool everyone into thinking that you're not disbelieving. Can you roll to influence another?
Partial success.
So you are trying to influence the others around you to kind of believe that you're not skeptical of what that explanation was. And the people around you seem to buy it,
Even Vi?
even Vi. It's not like you're not proving to anybody that you're a fucking true believer or anything, but I don't think anyone can clock that you're going, what the purgatory? Fuck this. Like, no one is clocking that. It's not showing up on your face. Okay. What now? It's 3 a.m.
Vi, do you still want to stay up here for the rest of the evening?
I think I might join you guys.
Okay, sounds good.
Creepy eyeball uh creature is kind of where I draw my limit.
Fair, fair. We were expecting a spirit, not creepy eyeball crab demon thing. Um, so I guess I would make my way back downstairs because I probably still want to wait, like Vi had asked, before I do my ritual, and it's 3 a.m. and I'm sleepy. So I'll probably wait to do that tomorrow night, in the room. But
Cool.
I'm gonna go back downstairs with my eyeball, put it under my cot, and lay back down.
Oh my God.
And
It's weird.
probably write. I probably would journal another witchy thing.
Okay.
Um, kind of describe where I got my eyeball, like put that in my book of shadows or something. Um, like what it is, where it came from, what I saw, and then I go to sleep.
Oh, okay. So I have this comp notebook that I use for like therapy stuff.
Yeah, cute.
I feel like you would
Yes.
have something like this, right?
Yes,
It's like
absolutely.
it's a comp notebook,
Is it the one
but
that has like little herbs on it?
this
Yes.
is
That looks like
constellations.
Oh,
constellations.
okay.
Is
Yeah,
how it looks
but
like.
you've
But I
got
think
Oh,
herbs.
mine would look like probably like yeah, have the herbs on
yeah.
it and stuff
Okay,
like that.
she's
And
My
I
an
would
Target had one
describe.
that had little herbs on it
Now I
a
need to
couple
look
of
on
years
it.
ago. They were like
Oh.
green. It was cute.
But I would write things like that down in it,
Mhm.
about the
Well, a little
herbs.
sketch, right?
And then
Of like the creature, the eyeball,
Yeah.
you're sort of creating your 2024 grimoire,
Hmm.
right? Okay.
Yeah. And what Vi said about it, I would
And
describe
the
where she said it came from. Her into like,
the revelations of the medium, right?
yes, yes. I'd write all that down.
Okay.
I think May's gonna keep staying up. And is there Wi-Fi in this home or
Yeah, there's a Wi-Fi.
okay,
There's the
like
Historical Society of
tickets?
installed Wi-Fi for, to scan the tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I would
So she'll
assume they
connect
might
to
have,
that.
sorry, I was gonna say I would assume they might have like actual security cameras too.
Oh,
And
yeah,
yeah, I
that's
would probably
true.
need that.
Um, so she would like open up her laptop and then like start trying to like see if there's like any info online of like a crab with a human eyeball. Like just
yeah,
like going through like forums
roll
and
and
stuff.
investigate.
Okay. Partial success.
Okay. You may have information at a cost.
Let's go.
Okay. We'll say that you will have to like stay up a lot longer than you typically would. Like,
Hmm.
as much of a night owl or whatever that you are, eventually you do crash and sleep.
Right.
But you push yourself a little bit more than normal. So you'll take one stability loss
Okay.
for the information. So you actually find some interesting articles, or it's like a connect the dots. Like you find some Reddit posts about these things being seen in um like in this town, uh oh gosh, hold on. So this is actually local shit. So you actually um find that these kind of weird things, so like you see them described in different ways. Like some of them are sort of more spidery, some are more crabby, some are like more humanid almost, like where they're more like fingery. Um, but they were spotted, um, or like there's like these reports of an East Texas town called Pine Trails. And a lot of it seems to be centered around a house that burned down in
Yeah.
Pine Trails.
Okay. All right. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, that's why like my eyes got really big. I'm like, oh my God.
I knew
Yeah.
that sounded familiar.
So
Okay.
there's really not a lot of information about that property. It seems to have been purchased by the church in the town, and they're building like they were supposed to build a domestic violence shelter on the land,
Hmm.
but it never happened. And the area around there, like there's been sighting of all kinds of like weird things, including these things and
Hmm.
other things.
Spooky. Sorry, I'm typing everything out.
Okay.
Well, that's fucked up.
Do y'all, are you familiar of anything happening in Pine Trails?
I mean, I
Me as
am
a
as a
player,
person.
Yeah, I'm about
yeah.
to say, like,
I think there's several of
um,
us.
yeah, that would be several
Have
of
you ever
us.
heard of that? Has anyone ever like have a cousin that lives in Pine Trails? I don't know.
Honestly, probably.
Probably, right?
Probably.
Oh God.
You're
Probably.
not wrong about that either. But yeah, Noah, Noah plays or did anyway.
Like I'm from
Okay.
some bastard branch of Hannah Lynn's side of the
Oh,
family.
wait, her husband could be your cousin.
Aha.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hannah Lynn and Opal Faye doing a crossover stream.
Ah!
That sounded really bad.
Oh,
It
like
Whatever.
runs in the family.
Yeah.
oh
No
Lord.
wonder he can tolerate you. Maybe it's because I'm his sister.
Family vlogs.
Oh,
So the
Lord.
five of you very courageously make it through the night. Um, May, you're a little fried by the time the morning comes around. Do you share your findings with the group?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, she tell them that there's a lot of them being, or not a lot, but several of them being spotted in pine trails and that couldn't find any info other than the houses or the land is owned by a church over there.
Melly would make a note in her journal uh, about that possible, uh, well, the site possible sightings and
Sacred
origin.
Waters, Sacred Waters Evangelical Baptist Congregation.
What do they think of these these creatures? If they're like spiders or something?
Would it have said that?
People on Reddit are like, or I'm sorry, not Reddit. It's I'm sorry, May, but the app is called Crawler.
Crawler, right.
So on Crawler, um, you have seen descriptions of it. Like people think that it's either some kind of mutant animal. Some people think it's an alien. Some people think it's a demon. Some people think it's the government doing experiments on creatures and like setting them loose. Like, there's not really any real like consensus on what the fuck this is. Um, May you find a that's a good I'm glad you asked that question. Delia. Can we say that this is happening like in character?
Oh
That
yeah,
Delia is kind of like talking about it with May.
I would definitely ask that question.
So May, like you're kind of like scrolling through your notes and like through the links that you found, and you kind of rediscover this one that is sort of like a garbled mess. It's like that like that that like meme of like when something is cursed, like
Oh
the
yeah, the
the
cursed
text is
text.
all like cursed text.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
it's my favorite.
kind of cursed text coded, right? And it's like you can't really read it well or like make heads or tails of it.
Hmm.
Um and that's like kind of like the last bit that you find. And it's like a kind of like description of it, but it's hard to make it out or understand it. You figure that either your witch or your medium might have a better shot at like really sussing out what the hell this is and what it means.
Yeah, she'd bring that up when she kind of rediscovers it and like I have no idea what this is. She probably like tried to run it through like a one of those like reverse
Yeah, a decryptor or
texting, yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
decryptor, because like you can do that with some of those like text I've done it before.
Well, yeah, or like with ARGs, right? Like where they
Yeah.
hide things in text or whatever.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
S-
yeah. And you just kind of like
So you
go.
pull up and like you kind of isolate it into like uh, a notepad or whatever
Yeah.
document, a .txt, and you
hmm
can show Melly and Vi if you like.
Yeah. Definitely gonna do that.
You know, Melly and Vi, both of you kind of ping this. It like it makes you feel weird to kind of look at this text, and either of you can use see through the illusion to kind of figure out what's going on with it. Or both of you can roll if you like.
I'll try.
Okay. Melly, you we'll start with Melly. So, and Vi, you see the same thing that Melly sees. Um,
Okay.
so this is both. So both of you are kind of reading it, and there's a lot of like ellipses and like scrambled words, but you're able to intuitively kind of follow the the breadcrumb trail and put together this description. And this is a description from uh, someone who got lost in East Texas in the pine forest and who uh, kind of like was found days later. And they claim that like a, a hive of these things, all kind of differently shaped, some more scaled, some more chitinous, some more soft, some more spiny, attacked and dragged this person down into the earth and into what they describe as a purgatory, where powerful demonic entities were like torturing uh people, souls. They're not
Sure.
sure.
Okay.
And that by pure luck, they were able to run and run and run and run and find their way back out of the pines.
Would probably me and Vi, I would think that myself and Vi would probably regale that story.
Yeah, between the two of you, you like piece it together, you share it with the group, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
for sure.
As you are reading that, um, Melly,
Something's gonna get
I don't like it.
you feel all of a sudden in the cold light of morning like you're being watched in the house. and you can't tell where that gaze is coming from. You feel it. Vi, you don't feel that at all.
Hmm.
I don't like it.
Um,
I know I'm not feeling anything, but I'm
You're
also
this
feeling.
close from a fucking, I don't know, not just passing the fuck out.
Yeah.
Opal Faye,
Yeah,
you feel that too.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
or
You
that
feel
we're
like you're
being
being
watched.
watched. But it's
Mhm.
different for you. It's not a supernatural, paranormal kind of feeling. It's a feeling you've had before.
Yeah.
A feeling that's come when you have been at the grocery, taking out your trash, having a drink at the bar.
So
You feel
yeah.
it on the back of your shoulder.
Ugh.
Do you spin around?
Yeah.
You see in the foyer, in the kind of aged glass to kind of watery red eyes, a kind of scraggly tuft of balding head.
The spider thing.
Spiders, please.
It's your fan.
It's your super fan. Did we determine he had a name? We know his name.
Mm-mm.
No. Chad.
His No, we have a Chad in
We
the
just call
community,
him
so
the
we can't name him
creeper.
Oh,
Chad.
okay.
I
That would
feel like
be
we would
too
just
much.
call him the creeper.
Creepy thin man.
The entity you have come to know as the Creeper, who's what would be a really like nasty, cringy like handle on Twitch or whatever.
Um,
I got it. Radical Incel 99.
Oh my god.
my God. See, I was trying to go for like
I
something
was
ghost themed.
I was thinking I
Oh,
was thinking
sorry.
something like
Like,
like creepy stalker thing, like she's mine or something like that.
She is mine. Whoa,
oh my
that's
God.
even creepier.
I know, that's what I was going
Well,
with.
let's say this. His first username was Ghost Curious. Then his second username
That was good.
That was good.
was Radical Incel 99.
After his
And
first
then when
ban.
that one, yeah, after his first ban, second ban, and then his third ban was She Is Mine. And it's like SH3 underscore M1 N3.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That's the worst.
What do y'all do?
I mean, I kind of like step back and like into someone else, like trying to probably get myself behind them.
You like you bump into poor Vi. Vi
Like,
is like like leaning into the like the morning vibes, like opening up her chakras, and you like knock her and you and then what next? What's next?
Like she's probably just like stuttering. Like normally she can like talk for days, but like she's freaked out and like can't put
All
words
four of you are
together.
like, Opal, shut the fuck up for a second. What's up?
Mm.
She's
And it-
she stopped talking. What's going on?
uh,
Except May. May, you're passed out.
Yeah.
She gave up.
Yeah. She's also like not even in her sleeping bag. She's like on the desk, like
Ah, fuck that. Like sleeping bag who, bitch?
yeah, like her hands on like the top of the energy drink, and she's just like,
You've got a can of P word and you are done.
My God, I'm not even gonna
yeah,
say all the things that I could say. Um, Opal, are you like pointing at anything, or are you just stumbling
like
backwards,
she's just
stuttering?
like staring.
So I guess I would follow her eyes
Like in the
because
anime, it would be like bloop, 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 bloop,
yeah.
bloop, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I would follow her eyes to where she's at because I felt something watching me. Now, um, I don't know that she and I don't feel the same thing watching us, but I felt something watching, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
spin around and look to where she's looking. And then I'm gonna say,
And you
for
see
fuck's
him.
sake. Yeah, for fuck's sake. That's exactly what I'm gonna say.
And
uh,
he's like,
of course he is. Creepy
and
thing.
then he goes,
Oh, come on!
No!
Uh,
Ah!
poor,
Yeah, no, Opal
poor
just like
Robin.
goes to
I
the other
heard that
room.
visceral groan.
I didn't see it. Do it again.
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
Oh my god. Yeah, Opal would like just literally have like everyone she possibly could between her and that window. Like she no.
he goes,
Oh, no way.
and like blows like, condensation on the window, and then
Oh,
writes Opal.
oh.
No.
So is this happening at the house that we're having?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're
And
all
it's
At the window of the foyer.
it's in the morning.
It's in the morning.
I'm gonna take my phone out and start videoing him.
I'm gonna call the police.
Smart.
As soon as like um Delia's phone is out and like recording, he like pulls his like, uh like kind of army green, kind of pullover coat thing, shirt over his
Mhm.
face and like ducks.
Fucking coward.
Mhm.
is this the first time we've seen her stalker, or like are we all aware that this is like common thing, unfortunately?
I would say that this is not the first time you've seen her stalker. So, it is rare. Y'all have a lot of locations under your belt.
Mhm.
And like a couple of times, so let me rewind. So mostly he seems to show up like when y'all are at the bar or like an event or whatever. But maybe like in two out of like the 30 locations that y'all have done, he has showed up and he's back again. So you've seen him before, you know who he is. Um I don't know. Do you think you know his legal name? Would he share his legal name? Probably.
Like maybe
Um
with
His love letter
Opal.
to you.
Oh yeah, he probably like sends creepy letters too.
Ooh, what about Randall?
Yes.
Oh,
That
Randall's creepy.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry
surname.
to sorry to any Randalls.
I know. I am so sorry to any real
It's
life
not you,
Randalls,
it's
but
him.
Yes, yes. Thank you. It's not you. It's him.
um, yeah. What do y'all do?
So Vi's gonna look around. She's like, all right, fuck this. Like, do we have anything heavy nearby? Like, she's gonna try to see if there's anything like a bat or anything that would look intimidating. Um, because she wants to go out there and scare the shit out of him.
Yay! Protect.
Yeah, she would go in like
Um,
Mama Bear mode.
yeah, like there's I'm sure the five of you have had to protect and defend yourselves against shitty men at some point or another
Sure, we've
within
got
Hmm.
like
career.
pepper spray on
There's
our
pepper spray,
stuff,
there's a
tasers.
bat,
Those
there's a taser,
the little
We're in
um,
cat
Texas, so we got guns. I mean,
keychains. Oh my
guns.
god, Vi
We don't want
just
to get
pulls out a
demonetized.
fucking magnum from her
yeah,
purse.
Oh my God!
38 special coming at you.
Oh wait, a pink Beretta.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh my god.
yes. No, I think Vibes would be purple to match your hair.
I was
Purple
gonna
Beretta.
say,
Ah,
thank
I think
you.
it would match your
May
hair.
snoozing away, missing all this.
Oh god.
Okay, so V pulls out a firearm.
Mhm. No,
Okay.
she's gonna use the bat.
Okay, the
Um,
bat.
because she wouldn't be the kind to carry anything.
Got it. Got
Um,
it.
yeah, she would go and use the bat and like go outside and just be like, "You have something you want to say, fucker?" And just kind of like, she's one of those people that she won't stand up for herself, but if someone else is, getting hurt, then she's like, "Okay, yeah, let's go." Um, would that be like an influence other or
Fuck yeah.
act under pressure? Or I don't know what that would really
Oh, that's
be.
an I what I will let you roll whatever is higher for you. So influence others good, and I like act under pressure too. Whatever is better for you.
All right, which one uses which? So
Okay, act under pressure is
coolness.
reflexes, I think. No, it's coolness. And then violence. No, I'm sorry. And then influence other is charisma.
Okay, so she's got -1 charisma, so we're gonna go act under pressure.
Okay.
Partial
All right.
success.
Partial success. So, you are you do you like you open the door, right? To go out
Oh
onto the
yeah, she would
foyer?
go out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go out there and you kind of wave a bat. You say, you know, da 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 fucker, and you see him just like burst into tears, and he drops to his knees, and he goes, "I'm so sorry.
Better be what he says.
I just, I love Opal. I can make her so happy. Please, please let me talk to Opal."
Mm-mm.
He's
I just looks
drooling.
disgusted.
Drooling,
Ugh,
snot is flowing.
no, Vi is disgusted. You need to get the fuck out of here. She doesn't want to talk to you. You can't make her happy. You're literally a man child right now.
his look of like pathetic whining shifts into like this contorted rage. You don't know what you're talking about, you fucking bitch.
Uh,
All of
Oh,
you hear that
shit.
inside.
I'm
Even
gonna
me.
go outside after. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow and let him know that, like, I'm about to call the cops, and it's not for him. It's to report a body because Vi's about to fuck him up.
Yeah.
Vi has the bat, but I'm grabbing a flashlight because it's like the only thing.
Like, yeah,
Everybody's using the flashlights as weapons. That's
I
great.
love it. They're big old metal flashlights. I'm here for it. Uh, but yeah, like I would I would tell him that, like, about to fuck you up. And when I
Uh,
call the police, it's to report a dead body and it's yours.
As more of you like kind of begin to round on him, he kind of falls back onto his back and begins to scramble backwards. Um,
He turns into one of them crabs. I'm gonna be pissed.
No,
Shut the fuck up. No.
he
Oh
turns
my
into an
God.
eyeball crab.
His
Why
stomach.
would you
Uh,
be mad? You just
You
kick it
know,
like Nathan, you know?
That's true.
it'll be fine.
But, you know, still
You
the
know, he
principle
looks
of the
better
thing.
that way.
oh.
Yes.
So he stands
Eyeball.
kind of like stumbling backwards and he yells out, Opal! Opal!
Ethel.
I love you, Opal!
Like suddenly turned into a streetcar named Desire, except it's
I know.
Yes. And he's stumbling backwards and he hits his back up against the side of his car and jiggles the
the
the uh
handle.
the
Man.
handle, pops it open, gets in, and even as he's like, turn the car around to get the fuck out, he's screaming out of the window. Oh,
So glad I'm not awake for this.
and he drives away.
I love how you slept through all of it. Oh my god.
How have you not gotten a restraining order on that guy yet?
Restraining
I
order's just a piece of
probably,
paper.
yeah.
Sorry, that's how I feel about
No,
those.
it's literally no, it's
No,
literally.
literally
What you gonna
though.
do?
Because like,
Throw a
what
piece
are
of
the
paper at him?
cops gonna do? Like, if he
Follow
gets
you
within
around?
100 feet of you and kills you, like,
Yeah, exactly. Throw it at him. Throw a piece of
It's
paper at him.
still a paper trail of like what's happening. So if like
no, I'm sure she's reported
Yeah, I was
it
about to
and
say, I'm sure
filed
she
a
is.
like a restraining order, but it doesn't really
But
do
yeah. Also, law enforcement, well, let me put it this way, the legal system is incompetent, so
yeah,
Yeah.
That's right.
it's reactionary. It's not
Hey, Cap.
preventative. Unfortunately.
Did so like is he leaving now after professing his unending love for
Yeah,
her?
he like, the car like screeches as he like turns and like kind of wildly drives off.
Cool. So
so oh,
no, that's okay. Go ahead.
so Vi would turn around and just be like, so breakfast?
Absolutely. Are we like oop are we door dashing? 'Cause or like are we cooking something here?
Well, we could say that y'all have like the kind of camping style things. You could have like an Iwatani burner, like a little butane burner that you can cook up some, eggs and sausage on. Or you could say that, probably 20 minutes down the road, there's like, a taqueria that can get you guys a perfectly good, hearty, nutritious breakfast. Oh, I was about to say, Elizabeth, you're not allergic to corn in
In the game.
in the game. But then again, I mean, you're asleep now, but
Yeah.
We
you
but
could
we
reheat up the tacos.
yeah, I was about to say we know what she likes and we would put
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
could put in an order. Do we want to
Yeah.
do that, or do we want to cook
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, I feel like after the crazy morning, it would just be a kind of get food and
Cool.
not make it.
So
Do
while
you
we're
or do you want to take a break and go out and like sit in a restaurant and eat?
I don't feel like that's something Vi would want to do, but that's just my vibes.
Okay.
Vi.
What do you think, Vi?
Yeah, like she's probably feeling really hungry and like kind of wants a little space between her and the lovely eyeball that's in the jar.
It's not in my cot. You can't see it.
I know, but she knows it's there and that's worse.
That is definitely a disgust trigger. Like everyone's like sitting around and the control center like trying to eat and everyone's eyes keep flashing to like the your cot, Melly's cot. Okay.
Meanwhile.
So let's say you all like um you know I think May is fairly small, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
between the couple two of y'all you can like heft her into the car and you drive out to the
This is
taqueria
like a passed out 8-year-old that you're like,
and still asleep, you bring her into the restaurant, prop her into a booth, still asleep.
Feels like a kidnapping.
What is that? What is it?
Prop me up beside the jukebox style over here.
Weekend
But
at
like
Bernie's.
yeah, we can.
Oh, there you go.
Weekend at Bernie's
She's
May.
God.
And you have a perfectly normal and reasonable breakfast. For a moment, the five of you forget um, the terror that you've left behind at Eleanor Ricketts' historic estate and gardens. And on that note, we will end tonight's session, and we'll be back tomorrow for
Yay.
part two and the last two nights
Ooh.
at the historic mansion. Thank you for watching those that did, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.